Hey everyone, welcome to today's epic moment. He smashed a big bag of meat and stuffed raw meat into his mouth, chewing it with gusto. This shocked the professor. Noticing his discomfort, the kind-hearted dude explained CH-sense NG-M-sense OS head injury came from bullying as a child. This caused illusions of being smiled at during slaughter. The kind-hearted dude elaborated on CH-sense NG-M-sense OS quirky antics, making everyone laugh. Though CH-sense NG-M-sense O lacked understanding, he felt the kind-hearted dude's teasing and abruptly stood up, angrily demanding an apology. Seeing the showdown, the professor froze, thinking a fight was about to break out, while the kind-hearted dude simply shrugged off CH-sense NG-M-sense OS fury. With a chilling stare, he forced CH-sense NG-M-sense O to sit and remain silent. The professor thought it over, but the kind-hearted guy's next move frightened him more. The kind-hearted dude casually picked up a piece of raw meat and rolled it in some greens. The professor looked disgusted, like he'd just bitten into a. He thought the kind-hearted dude would eat raw meat, but surprisingly, was handed the meat with a wink to eat. After witnessing his boldness, lacking courage, the professor reluctantly took raw meat, stuffed it in his mouth, feeling nauseated, but too embarrassed to spit it out. Just then, the good-natured guy received a call and temporarily stepped away, leaving his two underlings chatting away noisily behind the professor, completely oblivious to his presence nearby. Redhead wandered over to the girl, clearly thinking about making a move. Luckily, the kind-hearted dude returned just in time, and seeing the boss, Redhead instantly backed off like a cat caught in the act. The professor, worried about the girl's safety, piped up that he was heading into town and could drop her off along the way. But the kind-hearted dude insisted he would personally escort her to the station, asking her whom she'd prefer to ride with, like he was her chauffeur. The girl glanced at the professor, fully aware of his shady intentions, but compared to the thugs around her, she decided a trip to the station was the better choice. After a brief pause, the girl decided she would leave with the professor, politely stating she didn't want to trouble the kind-hearted dude any further. Upon hearing the kind-hearted guy felt snubbed by her motorcycle remark, darkening his face. The professor's accidental thank you became his outlet for frustration. The good-natured guy turned to confront the professor, barking, "Thank you. What kind of thank you are we even discussing here, Hal?" The professor suddenly realized he misspoke and froze, too scared to respond, like a deer caught in headlights. In this tense atmosphere, the motorcycle's saddle unexpectedly slipped off the bike. The kind-hearted guy ordered his minion to release the bullied boy. Despite his hunch, the professor was shocked. The boy had clearly been bullied for long. The boy showed extreme submissiveness. When stoned for fun, he didn't fight back. The kind-hearted guy was unsatisfied. Then he ordered the boy to stand in front of him and take off his pants in front of everyone. The girl rushed to intervene, asking why. Although he was still young, the girl's warning only fueled the kind-hearted dude's excitement as he eagerly pushed for the boy to strip off his underwear. Why not? Take off your clothes. The girl felt a wave of humiliation wash over her and tried to flee the scene. But a few steps later, two minions pulled her back. Seeing the professor still watching coldly, she angrily accused him, while he looked innocent. The kind-hearted dude turned to the professor, and though he desperately denied it, when a knife pressed against his throat, he couldn't help but admit the truth. Eager to act, the kind-hearted dude stopped pretending, pulled out the girl's student ID, revealing he knew their relationship and guessed their intentions alone. To make the professor experience the consequences of lying, the kind-hearted dude threatened him with a baseball bat, demanding he sing into it, while also ordering his henchmen to harass the girl in the car. The girl was pulled into the car by the redhead and buzz cut to be bullied, while the professor, clutching the baseball bat, trembled, utterly powerless. Noticing the professor wasn't performing, the kind-hearted dude called for a duel between the boy and professor, with the winner free to leave. He assigned CH-sense and NG-M-sense O to supervise while he rested. The professor was terrified and pleaded with the boy. But the boy, intent on escaping, showed no mercy and launched an attack, quickly overpowering him and pinning him down. CH-sense and NG-M-sense O had already been taken down and lost interest in their duel, turning his attention to the more intense showdown happening, and just when the professor was fighting back, a girl screamed from inside the car. The boy, reacting quickly, released the professor and grabbed a rock, smashing it down on CH Sense NGM Sense OS head with a crack. The sudden change made the kind-hearted dude rush out, while the boy, emboldened by defeating CH Sense NGM Sense O, faced him without flinching. Unexpectedly, the boy quickly subdued the kind-hearted dude, leaving the redhead dumbfounded as she got shot in the leg as she stepped out of the car. Witnessing this, she feared had learned Chinese martial arts, panicked, swung a rock, only to be kicked down quickly. She didn't stop until Redhead was knocked out cold, while the professor seized the chance amidst the chaos to bolt for his life. As the minions fell, the kind-hearted dude dressed and confidently walked toward the boy, tossing his bat for a one-on-one. Exuding dominance, the long-suffering boy suddenly erupted, overpowering the kind-hearted dude and unleashing his fury like a volcano. Not only did he knock the kind-hearted dude out, but he also took advantage of the knocked-out minions to bury them all in a sandpit like he was making an evil sandcastle. He sought to set fire to all his hatred, but the girl desperately tried to stop his murderous plan. Have you even lived through that particular era? Have you eaten your meal yet? Have you eaten yet? The girl was taken aback, but they had no clue that the kind-hearted dude was already awake. The kind-hearted dude suddenly swung a hammer, smashing the boy's leg, sending him crashing to the ground, and he took advantage of the moment to shake things up. As they shook together, the kind-hearted dude quickly climbed out of the sandpit, and their next order of business was undoubtedly to get back at the boy. The kind-hearted dude kicked the boy in the stomach, but to his surprise, the dim-witted CH Sense NGM Sense O nails him from behind with a baseball bat without a second. The boy was knocked out cold, bleeding from the head, while the thugs, realizing their mistake, doubled down and tossed the girl into the trunk as well. They planned to dump the car into a reservoir, destroying all evidence like nothing ever happened. Meanwhile, the professor hurriedly made his escape onto the street. He bumped into the cute cop he insulted. Helpless, the professor apologized, tears and snot mingling as he recounted his ordeal. Subscribe.